when I found the lead doctor on the coronavirus who found it, who was warning people about it, he ends up being silenced, then he ends up, dying from corona. Whew, man. Then you look at China itself and how corrupt China is. Which I don't know if you guys are ready. It leads me to my next thing. Did y'all know that Chinese billionaires have been disappearing for the last 2 years? Did y'all know that? Chinese billionaires. Guys who have been talking against the president or talking against the government. They've been disappearing at a crazy rate. I mean, even this year. People are wondering what the hell's going on in China. What is going on in China? I'm going to see if I can pull up some audio for you guys so you can kind of get an idea of what I'm talking about. These people are vanishing. These people are business owners. They're prominent figures. And some of them are coming back to life, like they're coming back around, but they're silent after they come back, or they go to jail. China's famous for kidnapping you, making some statement that's supposedly from you to where you say you're fine, you're okay, when you're really not. They're big on freaking kidnapping you and painting it as everything's fine and dandy, and then they, who knows, torture you for about a month or whatever, and they throw you back out there in society, and you're silent all of a sudden. You're not talking the way you were talking. This is how China rolls, man. Like, you talk about some gangster shit, that's China. So let's see, there's some audio out here about this situation. Let's see if we can get some of this and see if we can learn a little bit. Like I said, I won't bore you guys to death with audio, but this is very interesting to me. We're going to hear one of the Chinese billionaires speak on the president and speak on how he I don't like how people are disappearing and dying when they speak against this dude, and then come up 2 weeks later, he gets kidnapped or whatever. He's vanished. So let's dive into this, because y'all know I'm going to screw some of these names up. Let's just see what we got.
This is Miles Kwok, an exiled Chinese billionaire who at the peak of his career was the 73rd richest person in China. And this is what he had to say about Jack Ma almost exactly 2 years before he disappeared.
I think him is only two way. All the China's billionaire, only two way. I always talk 1 year.
Only two things happen.
Jail and die.
Dead. So he's either going to jail or he's going to be killed.
I think 50-50.
Or he might just fall off a wall.
Yeah.
Or he might.
All right, so I'm going to stop there right quick. All right, this man was speaking on, he says jail or you die. Like, when you for some reason, what's going on in this country, when you speak out, it's either jail or death. And he's like, what the hell's going on? Why is it like this? Let's continue.
Just fall off a wall.
Now, mind you, people, mind you, these people are billionaires. When you're a billionaire, you ain't got no business disappearing. How the hell do you disappear? If you ain't got security, who does? So the fact that these things are happening, it's odd, man. Let's dive on into some quick information. Let's dive on in right now.
December 10, 2015. Guo Guangchang, also known as the Warren Buffett of China, disappears.
We do not know what is happening in his case. He truly has vanished, according to Caixin magazine.
Guo founded the Fosun Group, a mega conglomerate and investment company with over $100 billion in assets. Their portfolio includes big pharma in China and India, insurance companies, hospital chains in Portugal, the Atlantis Resort, national banks, and even a 25% stake in Cirque du Soleil. And in 2020, their main subsidiary, Fosun International, ranked number 371 on the Forbes Global 2000 list, making him the 17th richest man in China in 2015. And yet, on December 10, 2015, Guo dropped off the face of the earth. And Fosun executives reported that they lost contact with their boss. Day 2. Fosun Group's halts trading on both the Hong Kong and Shanghai Stock Exchange, pending the release of an announcement containing inside information. The company said that Guo was assisting in certain investigations carried out by mainland judicial authorities. The company also mentioned that they were in contact with Guo just through appropriate channels. Day 3 or 4. Fosun Group held a conference call where one of the shareholders asked if that meant they were talking to Guo directly or through an intermediary, possibly a government intermediary. The question was left unanswered. January 7, 2016. Almost exactly a month after Guo's disappearance sent shockwaves through the Chinese business community, Cho Qingjang, billionaire fashion entrepreneur, also disappears.
All right.
Cho has a class.
Let's stop. We can go down the rabbit. They list about 15 people that come up missing, right? They go into the fashion guy next and all this shit. So these people are coming up missing, and all of a sudden, months later, they popping up with a new tune, right? What the hell is going on in China? What is going to happen? Comment section, help me out on this. Someone tried to tell me that Joe Biden signed some type of bill in which he suspended a bill that protects the power grid from China. I know that sounds weird or odd to say, but somehow or another, people are trying to tell me that there was some bill that protects our power grid, our main structure, and Joe Biden suspended it. Is that true? Is that a fact? Can somebody help enlighten me? Because the power grid conspiracy is out there too. Will they black this mother effer out? Will they shut all electricity off, stop the bank accounts, and cause real mayhem? Will that happen? I don't know. Y'all know I'm gonna research everything from everybody on each side. You know, as a real American, we gotta watch the people we voted for too. We gotta make sure they own their shit. What's going on? Somebody help me with that. Comment section. This has been happening to research scientists for decades as well. Speaking on people coming up missing, many in car accidents, cars with highly sophisticated electronics, and that's another thing. Like staging the tragedy, right? Staging the tragedy when you want to get rid of somebody. Rest in peace, Princess Diana. Princess Diana began to speak out about the royal family. Princess Diana had seen things that the average person can't handle. Princess Diana became prevalent to the pedophilia ring that was going on in the royal family. She was almost depressed with all this information that she was uncovering as she came up. Princess Diana has started to speak against corruption, speak against evil. There were people in the royal family who could not stand Princess Diana because she wanted to be the little angel, the whistleblower, and she didn't want to go along with the game. They killed her in a fucking tunnel and told us that it was a random car accident, right? They killed Diana. They took her out, right? You notice the people that they take out, they don't want you to go back into their death and research them. You notice who they pick and choose who to celebrate? You notice how they really don't push celebrating the anniversary of Princess Diana? They really don't push that, right? Because they don't want you to go back and research Princess Diana. You knew 2,000 babies. They don't want you looking up her death, looking up how she was feeling before her death. What was going on? This is real facts. So that's why certain people they want you to forget about. You know what I mean? They want you to forget about certain people. Okay? Comment section. I'm going to try to check my list because I had a list full of things, right? We've been all over the place, y'all. I threw the list to the side. I was going to make sure that I didn't miss anything big or major that we may want to jump on really quick. We got Hollywood. Y'all know how Hollywood, we talked about that. The music industry, y'all know how the music industry is doing. Of course, the music industry is tied into some dirty, shady, evil shit. Of course. Y'all know that. Michael Jackson's death, we know what happened with Mike. They took him. Aliens. We talked on that. I do believe that we got a situation. New sightings have been happening left and right. Illuminati, 9/11. I'm telling you guys have been on fire today. You have covered every damn thing that I've had on this list, and we didn't even go in order. We have just been sitting here having a good old conversation, some good dialogue. Man, I got to get into my Candid Talk, man. Let's go into Candid Talk, man. Let's go in, man. Let's go. I gotta go. We're so far over our regular air time. Let's dive into Candid Talk of the day, man. Let's switch lanes. Let's go. Whew. Man, ain't it something you gotta shake it off once you get out of the rabbit hole, man? We just went deep into the rabbit hole. Gosh, man, that was fulfilling getting there. I'm telling y'all make me feel fulfilled when y'all bring that information back to me. My Candid Talk topic of the day: positive and negative energy and how it affects your everyday life. All right, so you ever notice people on Facebook, or you ever have like a friend, or just in general, people that you may see or notice? You ever notice that you have certain people who are always angry about something? Something's always wrong. Something is always not right. Something is always worth speaking on negatively about. Like, you ever be around or see this, and do you know that, do you have the feeling these people drain the energy out of you? Someone who's complaining every single day and being negative every day will drain the freaking life out of you. I'm trying to help you people protect your peace. This is real. All right. For example, family. My mom, she would take time as a kid and talk to people on the phone all day long. She would go from this friend, homegirl, to that homegirl, to that homegirl, to that homegirl, to that homegirl. And everybody got different stories or whatever. But it'd be one in particular who always got something negative going on, something bad going on, something they're mad about. And that energy would come out of them, go into my mom, and then she would be, not that she would do anything bad or harm, but she would just be like, oh man, that's terrible. And then she'd just start going in about the topic, the subject, and it's boom. That fast, somebody's negative energy can get inside of your world and affect your day. That's why some people you got to cut off. Some people you got to stop talking to. Some people you got to stop listening to. A wise man told me, don't tell your dreams and goals to everybody, because you're going to have people out there who are going to talk down on it immediately. Comment section says you must shield yourself. Learn to detach. Energy is real. Like Alicia says, energy and spirits jump. My people, I cannot emphasize that enough. The term negative Nancy is real. You can't evolve with someone like that. Man or woman. You ever have someone who's always, no matter what happens, they find the negative. You'll tell them, oh man, I got a new car today. I'm glad, I got to worry about, my other car's acting up. And they're like, well, I wouldn't have got that car because I heard that one got bad transmissions in it anyway. It just, every time you talk about anything, they got some type of negative rebuttal. Or somehow, some way in their day, they feel like the world is against them and trying to make them unhappy, in which they will make you unhappy. If you look at me, if you look at how I, carry myself on social media and stuff like that, I got real, haters or whatever, people who don't like me, people who send sneaky shots. I go through things daily that get on my nerves, that make me mad. I never really illustrate that because I'm conscious of the energy that I put out. Right? I'm conscious of me putting energy into somebody hating on me. Therefore, it drains me and gets me off my path and my focus. What you got to come to realize, everybody's not going to like you. People are going to do you wrong. You're going to look out for people. I learned a long time ago to not put my expectations on people. You go a lot further. Don't expect that, man, I looked out for this person so much and I've been so nice and gave them money when they needed it and all type of stuff. And